Hello, News fan. We have a very special guest in the building. She is no stranger to the show. She's a huge supporter, and we always love covering and partnering with this event. We are talking about none other than the Orange Blossom Classic. There is so much going on this year. You definitely don't want to miss it. And there's some pre events that you definitely got to have your butt at this year, okay? But it's enough of me talking about it. I want to bring on the queen, the woman who started it all, who got it all popping. I want to welcome to the show the founder of Orange Blossom Classic, Miss Kendra Bullock. Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well.
That's good. That's good. Look, Kendra, is it Bullock or Bullock? Because
Bullock.
Bullock.
Yes.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I'm a stickler on names. So I was like, wait, did I say it
Yes.
correctly?
Yes, and thank you for asking. I appreciate that because most people don't.
No, no, no. It's all good. Look, as much as you've been here on the show, I should definitely, I got to give myself a back. I should definitely know that. But thank you, as always, for coming on the show.
No, thank you for having me
Of
for
course, of
sure.
course. You guys, Orange Blossom Classic to me is just one of those cultural staples, not just only in South Florida, but it's growing in the country to me. And it just kudos
Mhm.
to your team and the work that you guys are doing.
Thank
I want to jump right in. Let us know this year, what can people expect? What's setting you guys apart? Because I know y'all raise the bar every year.
you. So this year is really special for me, for our staff, for the Orange Blossom Classic fans. We have a huge matchup, Florida A&M University and Howard University, and there's so much history and excitement just behind that matchup. We've got, of course, two conferences being represented: the Southwestern Athletic Conference with FAMU, and then, of course, the Mideastern Athletic Conference with the MEAC with Howard. So that's really big, having two conferences represented. But the Orange Blossom Classic is just so rich in history and tradition. And so we're celebrating, number one, the return of FAMU. Number two,
Hey.
the very first Orange Blossom Classic that was played in 1933 featured these two institutions. So we're also, running it back, commemorating that very first Orange Blossom Classic. And these two teams faced off against each other in the 2023 National Championship, the Celebration Bowl. So they're excited, to meet once again. Of course, the last couple of times that they've played, FAMU has come out victorious. So, Howard is excited, yes, about the rematch, and they're bringing it. They are ready, and the fans are excited. And as always, like you said, we have a lot of entertainment. It's a cultural experience. It is so much bigger than just the football game. The football game is like the icing on the cake. But we, have events that start as early as this month, as early as, yeah, we're in July already, almost, right? Yeah, as early as
Yeah.
July. So, yeah, it's going to be a very busy and exciting 60 days for Orange Blossom Classic.
Wow. And look, let's get into some of these events because to me, when it comes to, events that are multi-day, sometimes people think about the main event, but the lead up events or auxiliary events are just as important and as fun and exciting. And I've experienced that at Orange Blossom Classic. So, there's something coming up in July, the Elevation Experience. Tell us about that.
Yes. So this is our third year for the Elevation Experience. This is our kickoff to the Orange Blossom Classic, of course, that takes place Labor Day weekend. But this event is specifically for women. This is an opportunity for women in sports, entertainment, entrepreneurship, even women in corporate America who, just want to come out and feel empowered. We have a day, it's a day of networking. It's a day for shopping, if you want to spend some time with our vendors. But most importantly, we've put together an amazing panel that will talk about their experiences in entrepreneurship and everything from we also have a couple of people that'll be talking about their experiences in corporate America, how they have, set themselves apart and elevated into C-suites of various corporations. So it's a lot for everyone. And we're excited. Headlining our panel this year is Pretty Vee. She
Yes.
just recently hosted the red carpet for the BET Awards. And of
Mhm.
course, she has a huge following. She is an author, entertainer, and she's just great. She's funny, she's empowering, she's a great motivational speaker. So we're excited to hear what she has to say. And then she has a few other women who will be joining her. For those of you who, I don't want to date myself, but I listened to YoYo, the hip hop artist.
Look, I was waiting for you to say it because I go up for YoYo, okay?
Yes.
Not too much on YoYo, okay? She's that girl.
Yes, 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 yes. So, and she is just so multifaceted. Of course, we know her as a hip hop artist, but she is also a published author, a motivational speaker. She actually has a cookbook that just recently came out, and she's a doctor. So she has her doctorate. So yeah, she's going to be talking about not only her how she elevated in hip hop and entertainment, and just was a trailblazer for women again in the industry, but also how she has managed to take that and just it opened up doors for so many other things that she's grown and evolved. So great conversations. And then we have Miss Erica J, who is a fierce entrepreneur. She has her hair care line, has become a multimillionaire with, all things related to beauty in the beauty and the wellness, health and wellness industry. So it is definitely something for everyone, for sure, for sure.
I love that. And you have some powerhouse panelists there between Pretty Vee and YoYo and Erica J. I actually met her recently at Jazz in the Gardens, and she's
Mhm.
killing it. Like, where's this event taking place? Time, details, like how can people pull up to it? I see it's a free event.
It is. So it takes place on July 11th in Pembroke Pines at the Dodge City Center, and doors open at 10 a.m. We have, again, a lot of vendors that will be there showcasing a lot of their products. And then we also have breakout sessions. So one thing about Elevation Experience, I am, of course, really big on empowerment, but I'm also even bigger. For me, it is being able to take the things that you learn and actually be able to translate those into the real world. So, I love empowerment opportunities, but I also want to make sure that they're leaving with something practical. So after our panel discussion, we'll have breakout sessions from experts in the areas of everything you can imagine. Of course, understanding business financing, understanding how to incorporate your business and the various types of business structure. We'll have breakout sessions on just beauty industry. We have someone who's coming in to do makeovers, to talk about, how to dress for success, how to be prepared, as far as doing elevator pitches, just making sure that overall you're ready for that opportunity when it presents itself. So that's the part that I really love, because it teaches you, it equips you to leave with practical skills that you can now translate into elevating. And it's a free
And
event.
it's free. I'm
Yeah.
like, you get all of this with these, powerhouse, you know, nationally known speakers for free.
Mhm.
Like, y'all,
That is a
if this
testament.
not packed through the door, something's wrong.
This is a testament to having great partners. So we are grateful for Visit Lauderdale. Shout out to Nikki Mohan, who, they have been a sponsor for the past 3 years. So
Nice.
they have, signed on to this event. And again, wanting to make sure that our women are equipped and that they're aligned with the right individuals in order to go out and make things happen. And, it's not just for people in the sports and entertainment industry. Like I said, there are people who, if you want to elevate in corporate America, if you want to learn more about entrepreneurship, because everyone, entrepreneurship can be scary. You have to be a risk taker. And so just talking about those pitfalls, but also talking about what to do ahead of time in order to prepare yourself for that moment when you decide to step out. So, and again, because we are segueing into the Orange Blossom Classic in August, we cannot leave out any type of, football element. So we will have an opportunity for women to get in the game, to learn more about football. I
Really?
always say you don't want to be the woman that just brings your significant other snacks during the football game, but you want to be able to have real conversations about what's
That's
going
me.
on. Right.
I'm, I'm like, oh, I need to go to this event because I know nothing about football.
Yeah, listen, and that was me too until I became a parent, became a mom of boys who just both love sports. So that is an opportunity for you guys to learn about the sport and get those tickets to the Orange Blossom Classic and be ready to have meaningful conversations and understand the game.
I love that. Look, I'm gonna have to pull up on you guys. I'm gonna have to talk to you offline, like figure out my press pass, see if we could be a vendor or something, because this is definitely my jam. Like I have to be there. This sounds like a
Your
dope event,
family,
and I
so you
always
need to
miss it
make it
every
happen.
year. So I wanna make it.
Okay, yes, yes, you definitely have to be there.
Yeah,
It's always a great event.
it is. Look, and so kicking off like that with a bang, and I actually love the multi-county imprint that Orange Blossom Classic have. So now
Mhm.
we have the elevation experience. Now we're going into the big event, leading up to Orange Blossom Classic. So what are some of the events that are happening around, the big game that people need to know about?
So, we don't just say Miami. Of course, this is South Florida. So everywhere from the Palm Beaches to Monroe County is represented. The game, of course, takes place in Miami-Dade County, District 1. Shout out to Commissioner Oliver Gilbert for his support of this event always. So, of course, the game takes place at Hard Rock Stadium right in Miami Gardens. But we also have, leading up to that, because, of course, Florida Memorial is our HBCU right here in our backyard. So we never want to leave them out. Of course, we bring in schools from other areas, but we also want to make sure that the students and student athletes who are in the South Florida area know what they have in their backyard. So we're hosting a career fair on that Tuesday on the campus of Florida Memorial. We'll also be hosting a careers in sports and entertainment symposium on the campus of Florida Memorial. So what I always say is that it's great to be on the field and to play the sport that you love, but what happens after that, right? How can I be around the sport that I love and still be able to earn a living? So we'll have professionals that will talk to our students and student athletes about different sports careers and entertainment careers. And then that's that Tuesday, August 26th. On that Friday, we have our commissioner's welcome reception and luncheon. Again, this is a South Florida family affair. So that event is sponsored by the GMCVB, Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau, and FP&L. So that event takes place on Friday at 11 a.m., and that's at Jungle Island. So there are tickets on sale now for that luncheon. We, of course, since we have FAMU and Howard represented, what is the luncheon without having some prominent alum who both are from that institution? So we have with us Wendy Raquel Robinson, who is a Howard
What?
grad. Yes,
Okay.
Tasha Mack from the game.
Tasha Mack with
Yes, Tasha Mack in the
Regina from Steve Harvey Show.
exactly. Yes. Regina from the Steve Harvey Show. So she's going to be giving us the keynote address, and then it will be hosted by Rashawn Ali, who is she is a FAMU alum. And she right now, she's making waves on her Tyler Perry sitcom. And
Mm.
Rashawn just does so many things with FAMU and for FAMU. She is a huge, huge supporter of all things Rattler Nation. So she's going to be our host. She's funny. She's engaging. So it's going to be a great time. Great time. So that takes place on that Friday. Friday night, what is an Orange Blossom Classic without a party? So we'll open up again with our Denim Party. And that will be hosted by Lance Gross. And that,
Ooh.
yeah, so
And
that will
he went to Howard, right?
He did. He did. Yes, he did. So the Denim Party tickets are on sale for that as well. That's Friday night at the King's Room, so that takes us back to Broward County, specifically Hallandale. So we're just going to pack out South Florida with all kind of events. Saturday is the big game. So Hard Rock Stadium back in Miami Gardens at 11 a.m. I'm sorry, 12 noon, doors open, gates open. And then the kickoff time is 4 p.m. But what is a game without Fan Fest and a tailgate? So Fan Fest kicking off on our sound stage is none other than the very handsome, talented, and sexy Ball Greezy. So Ball Greezy will be performing live on stage at Fan Fest. Yeah, so it's going to be great. Then 4 p.m. we kick off, and then we'll have, you got to have the bands if you're going to have any kind of HBCU experience. So the bands will perform halftime, and they'll also be performing Friday night at our Battle of. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is a packed lineup, and we go up for Ball Greasy down here. So this is I mean, between y'all got all the eye candy. Y'all trying to bring the ladies out between Ball Greasy and Lance. What y'all trying to
Listen,
get all the girls out?
I mean, if we're gonna watch football, we may as well do it the right way, right?
That part.
Yes.
Man, this
So
is an amazing, amazing event. Like, so if I want tickets, like, is there packages or do I get individual tickets? Like, how does that process work for people who want to
yes.
attend?
So tickets and suites are on sale for the game right now. For suites, they can contact our office at info@orangeblossomclassic.com. For regular tickets, they can go to orangeblossomclassic.com/tickets. And then also, if you're looking for group tickets, you can contact our office at that info@orangeblossomclassic.com. So we do have group tickets available, luncheon tickets, anything related to tickets, anything related to registering for our community events can all be found on the website at orangeblossomclassic.com. And just click on the tickets link and everything will be right there. Also, I would be remiss, thank you for reminding me. Again, we want, not only do we want butts and seats, but we want heads and beds as well. So we have put together a list of hotel partners, and we have some amazing rates. I think our hotel rates start as low as $129 a night. And when you think
Wow.
about Labor Day, Miami, those are great, great rates. So we
Great.
have hotels located throughout Miami, Dade, and Broward County.
Can we find that information on the website as well?
Yes,
Like, what
just
hotels
click
are your
on the travel
partners?
link. Hmm. Yeah,
Oh,
just click on
nice.
the travel link and book those hotels. Those blocks are going fast. I think every week the office is checking reports and opening up more blocks. So while they're giving us those good rates, we need to act on it right away.
I need to get me a room because sometimes you just want to be a little bit closer to the action, depending on where you live in South Florida.
Yes.
So yeah, like book a hotel room too. Of course, we want to encourage people from all over, but that's
Hmm.
also too an incentive for us locals who may not live like say close to the stadium.
That's
Get a
right.
hotel nearby and
Yes,
get a good rate. Like
that's right.
this
Yeah,
is really really dope.
that is so true. And then, of course, we want people to support our local businesses. So, eat, have fun, enjoy, go to our restaurants. We always have our Black Business Directory, and there are things, businesses. If you're coming into town and you need a caterer, if you're coming into town and you like you said, you're close to the action, but you may not want to drive. So not only can you get those hotels, but you can get, your Black car service, or, if you don't want to Uber. So there's so many things that we can do as a part of this weekend to not only have fun, but to support our local businesses. And then, of course, by attending the game and all of those events, you help us as the committee give back to these participating HBCUs. So what I always say is that everyone who attends these events, you all are our donors. You're not just our fans or our ticket purchasers. You are our donors, because everything that you do goes back to support these HBCUs. And then we're able to do more things, and we're able to encourage more students to consider these HBCUs when they're trying to decide where they want to attend school.
I love that. And I love the intention behind like the programming and how you build out everything that's happening for Orange Blossom Classic. Like I've literally see you throughout the year at different events, whether you're a sponsor or vendor or supporter. So it's to me, it's not just like this one event and you're done. Like you're really like of the community in the community, like seeing you at different events. Like I think you're gonna be at West Fest, this
We'll be
weekend and
there
stuff.
some
Like you don't
we'll
see
be
a
at West.
lot of other big events doing like what you're doing, and like your intention to me is like commendable because you could easily just rest on Pretty, and people are going to come to Orange Blossom Classic regardless, but you're like very much being intentional of saying like I'm going to be in the community in a real way. Can you talk
Absolutely.
to the importance of that and why that is something that implement within the company for Orange Blossom Classic?
Oh, yes. So, OBC, we say that it stands for One Big Community. And so we don't want people to just think about the Orange Blossom Classic Labor Day weekend. We want that brand, we want the OBC to be on the minds of our local community and our regional community throughout the year. So, like you said, we're always doing community pop-ups, events, whether it be jazz in the gardens, whether it be karaoke in the gardens, West Fest. We were at the Norland and the Carroll City picnic. We were up in Palm Beach at the HBCU event that they had last week. So we're all over the place. We will, of course, have a huge presence at the HBCU picnic on July 12th. So Elevation, we've got a busy weekend. Elevation Experience is July 11th, that Friday, and then July 12th will be at Florida Memorial for the HBCU picnic. So we'll have a large presence there. And we're just going to do that. We're going to stay in the community because, again, this event is for the community. We want them to know about the Orange Blossom Classic and just understanding what it takes to put together these type of events. My hat goes off to any and everyone who has to bear the burden of putting these type of things together. So I want to be able to support them, and I want them to be able to support us. So that's really what it's all about, one big community.
I love that. And you're definitely out there. And also, Kendra, before I let you go, I want people, just in case they're not familiar or haven't seen one of our interviews before, just get them a little bit of the history of Orange Blossom Classic and how you got involved with it.
So the Orange Blossom Classic was that premier HBCU football game that took place from 1933 to 1978. It started off in Jacksonville, moved to Tampa, and then eventually it made its way here to Miami. And it was an opportunity for HBCU football to be showcased on a national stage because, of course, back then, we were not able, because of segregation, we were not able to be a part of those PWIs. Our athletes were not seen as talented enough to be within those institutions. And so, as always, what we do is we create something for ourselves. And that's when they begin to take notice. And that's exactly what the Orange Blossom Classic was back then. So it was a game that, again, like I said, rich in history, so much bigger than the game. There was the parade. There were all of the events, around the game. And there were prominent individuals who came through those institutions who had a platform, who had an opportunity to say, it's 1963 and I'm an African-American doctor, I'm an attorney, and I graduated from Howard University. I graduated from Florida A&M University. And that is what intrigued me the most about the game, the history of it and what it really meant and how it really put all HBCUs on the map. It eventually went away because, of course, once the talent was revealed, then we started moving into other institutions. And I just thought it would be a great idea for our current generation. When we started the process at the time, Florida Memorial did not have football. And so unless you went to Orlando for the Florida Classic, or, you had the opportunity to go to Tallahassee, to FAMU, to experience a homecoming, it really wasn't something that our students got to see. So I started doing the research and then decided, just said, let's see what we can do to revive this and bring it back. And that's when, met with Commissioner Gilbert, who I think he was a councilman at the time within the city of Miami Gardens.
Wow.
That's how long ago
That's
it
how
was.
far back. Wow.
Right. And we just started putting a plan in place to bring it back. And here we are.
Love it. And honestly, that's a testament to your hard work and consistency and persistence. Some people think stuff is overnight. The fact that you're saying this started back when he was a councilman, I think he's been in the commission maybe 5 or 6 years now. So people don't understand the process it takes to bring something to life.
Yeah, 2012. And then we originally were supposed to kick off in 2020, but of course, COVID came. So postponed it a year, but that was okay. The timing was great because then when we came back in 2021, we were supposed to have Jackson State in 2020. We came back in 2021. And then by that time, they had, made a coaching change. And then we had Deion Sanders and at the time who was saying, bring your talents to HBCUs. And then, that we were able to put together a really good, strong partnership with ESPN. And so as a result, we are now, nationally televised. So our student athletes, not only do they get to play in an NFL stadium, but they get to do it on the national stage.
And this is amazing. And the tentacles and the reach of Orange Blossom Classic, is amazing. And kudos to you, Kendra, for what you've built. You and your team are amazing. And I love working with you guys every year. Also, too, I just want to give you your flowers of supporting Black-owned media because, like I said, a lot of events of your size don't support or recognize. They're not coming on our platforms to do interviews. They're not doing media buys. So when I say like she walks the walk and talk the talk, when I say I see her in the community, like she's really, really like for us, by us, and means it. And I just want to say
Okay.
thank you for that because it allows people like me to do what I do. And even to get interviews like this with someone like you is also too a huge cosign for my platform as well. So just
Thank
want to
you.
say thank you for your
No,
support of Black owned media.
if it wasn't for you guys, they wouldn't know who we are. So we have to support always. Like I said, if others won't do it, you guys are here. We create it for ourselves. So this will always be a platform that we will come to every year, every year.
I love that. Thank you so much. Look, Kendra, before I let you go, I know you're a very busy woman. Is there anything else you want to say or just plug Orange Blossom Classic, any of the like links or places to follow you guys? Just, let them all know how to connect with Orange Blossom Classic and any final thoughts.
Yes, get your tickets, orangeblossomclassic.com/tickets. You can register for our community events. You can purchase tickets. You can purchase your suites, anything OBC. You can find it on our website and on our social media pages at Orange Blossom FC. Follow
Yes.
us, sign up for our email newsletter so that you guys can be the first to get all of the information. And then, of course, when 2026 tickets come on sale, as long as you're a part of that newsletter, then you have the first opportunity to get those tickets in for your pre-sale.
That's what's up. Y'all get those tickets. Tell them Hello News sent you. We'll be having our banner ads and ads going as well. We also went to the press conference. So if you guys been seeing throughout the year, we've been covering what Orange Blossom Classic has been doing as well. But also too, we'll have information on our site about how to get tickets, how to go to the events as well. And I'm gonna see you at the Elevation Experience because that lines up because I'm gonna come back in town for the HBCU picnic. So when
Mhm.
you said that, I was like, oh, that is
It's
I
the
could do
same
both.
weekend, right?
So I gotta
Right.
make sure I got my butt home so I could go
Yes, that
to
is
both
gonna be a
events.
busy weekend. Yeah, so get your get your espresso, get your
That
energy
part.
drink, right? Yeah, whatever you need, and the same thing for Orange Blossom Classic weekend.
That part. But I love Orange Blossom Classic. I just want to tell this quick story before I let you go.
Mhm.
I didn't go to an HBCU. So my eye opener of like what it could have been like to attend a HBCU was attending my first Orange Blossom Classic. And I felt so disappointed and upset that I was like, you should have took that scholarship to FAMU. I got accepted to FAM, but was not thinking about it. And I was just like, no, I'm gonna end up going to FIU. When I say I felt like I missed out, I was like, is this what going to a black college is like? It was so fun. I had the time of my life. Like I literally think like that's a core memory for me. I had so
Mhm.
much fun. Like
Well,
totally vibe.
the joke is once you attend a couple of homecomings, once you attend, a couple of classics, you're kind of like grandfathered in. So
Yes,
yeah, you still get to enjoy the culture and claim it and be a part of it
thank
for
you.
sure.
I appreciate Orange Blossom Classic for allowing me to get into the HBCU culture. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Kendra, this is an amazing conversation. As always, thank you for being a friend of the show and coming on and sharing the amazing things that are going on with Orange Blossom Classic. We will see you at the events. And of course, every year we'll be a media partner. And again, kudos and congratulations to you for all that you built.
All right, well, thank you. And if I don't see you before then, I will see you July 11th.
The
Yes.
part. Thank